So we are in Borderlands this time. This is my awesome Zero in his bat costume. And there's my sniper rifle, my beautiful, beautiful sniper rifle. I have no idea where I am. I think, judging by the loading screen, it looks like I'm still in the Dungeons and Dragons, or whatever the version from
Oh, Tiny Tina.
Tiny Tina's, yeah. Lair of Infinite Agony. I've got a quest in there somewhere, apparently. Problem, I've clocked everything. So, where's somewhere I can go that'll just look pretty and pull out a whole bunch of guys I can just shoot. No, Hunter's Grotto. Isn't that great? Let's try Southpaw Steam and Power. I think that's where the piggy is. So yeah, so we're talking about Borderlands.
2.
Borderlands 2, yes, because I suck at Borderlands 1.
I haven't played Borderlands 2 in so long.
I never finished it.
Yeah, I haven't even played half the DLC. I haven't played Tiny Tina's DLC yet.
Why is that? You just didn't get around to it, or?
Yeah, just never got around to it. You know, I was meant to, but I'm like, eh. After I play this other game, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, after I play this other game.
Exactly. There's always something new to play, isn't there?
Die!
Gotta love your timing.
I don't even think I've got it installed anymore. Oh no, I do. There
All
it
these
is.
bullets keep bouncing off them.
Just die!
Now they're telling me to die now too. You die. Yeah, you exploded. Anyway, keep talking. Oh yeah.
I like Borderlands. It has good art.
Yes, explosion.
That's all I've got. I don't know.
I think they have interesting weapons in it. Especially like how they're just all random and there's so many of them. I love that.
Yeah, so many limbs.
And there's also a lot of limbs apparently. They've got variety in everything.
Yep.
Even limbs. Yeah, like gun choice.
I know. I seem to have set off some alarms. No, we're not friends. Go. Ah. Oh, wait, I'm a bit overpowered, it seems. Oh, these are level 9s. Like level 40.
I guess that's supposed to be. Oh, Jesus. One problem I have with Borderlands, I don't know, I'm probably the only one that has this problem because I kind of suck at these sort of games, but I always found that like I didn't have enough ammo.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never have enough of the ammo you need.
Mm.
Not the
Then
ammo
you-
want, the ammo you need.
Yeah.
Then you pull out a weapon that you really suck with because it's the only weapon that you have ammo for.
Yeah, and you end up in one of those like things where you get knocked down and you have to fight for your life and you're like, why can't I just do this thing? Well, I think that's why I never finished it.
Oh, Tiny!
Like, when I play
That's my attacky thing.
when I
Where's
play
my
shooters, I
melee?
want ammo. Otherwise, I get bored really quick because I want to feel like I'm, you know, powerful. It's not a survival horror game.
I forgot how to melee.
But is it?
V, I think.
Ah, there we go.
How the hell do I remember that?
Come back! Shoot at me, you die now.
Yeah, it is a great series, but I think, like, I don't know what they're doing lately. Like, putting it on the Vita, but can't really run it. Not a good idea. And, this free-seeking thing that I don't really know how I feel about that.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big fan when they do prequels or, you know, things like that in a game because I don't like them simply because you know what's going to happen.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, unless it's something like a Star Wars game, you know, like Knights of the Old Republic, where it's set, you know, 5,000 years or so in the past. You know, like you know what's going to happen in 5,000 years' time, but that's 5,000 years. It's not, you know, just like a couple of years or so afterwards.
Yeah, and also usually you know
In
that with
the face.
those stopgap games, they're never as good quality because they're usually palmed off to a different developer while the proper one makes a real sequel. So so like you always think, why should I pay full price for a half-assed game?
Yeah. Actually, that's one of the cool things about the new Dead Island is that it's got a new developer, but it's a good developer.
That's what the series has been needing because I mean we played Riptide.
Oh, Riptide! I don't even want to touch that game again.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
we're going back to
so
once I get
horribly
a
made.
better graphics card.
Yeah, it is horribly made, and that like just goes to show that you know you need a good developer when you're making a game.
The worst part was like the original Dead Island. I mean, it was really buggy to start with, and then they fixed it. Well, you know, sort of fixed it, but then they made Riptide, and all of the bugs that were originally in the first game were in Riptide.
Yeah, and worse.
And
It was
worse. And it's like, but you fixed it in the. What are you doing? Like, but now they've got Spec Ops, the line developer.
Yeah, and they're good. Yeah,
And they're good. You know, they made Spec Ops the line, and I haven't played much of it, but it's a good game. And it's like, well, if they're making it, then yay.
but yeah, well, hopefully we can go back to playing co-op. 'Cause, like, you know, we did a lot with the first one, and then because the second one was so freaking crap, we never really bothered.
No. And then I think they're going to have like 8-player co-op in it for certain things.
And at least the trailer was actually funny. Like,
I've really got to watch that trailer, don't I?
Yeah, the
You mean
trailer's so good.
Dead Island made a funny trailer?
they did. They made a really
you,
funny
you
trailer.
mean you don't want to just die?
It's like this jogger who thinks he's the man. He's running around with earphones in, completely oblivious to the chaos that's happening behind him.
Yeah. Did you at the end of the clip, you know the billboard?
Yeah.
Did you notice the Easter egg they put on that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. It's the address of the gym. The address of the gym on there is 1968 Romero Boulevard,
Okay.
which is in reference to George A. Romero and the first release, the 1968 release of Night of the Living Dead.
That's well done.
Yeah, I thought so. When I finished watching the thing for the first time, because I've watched it a few times,
Yep.
I sort of partially noticed I saw the start of the name of the street it was on. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, hang on, that can't be Romero. And I looked and I'm like, oh, it is. Oh, that's 1968. Wait, I know that date.
Yeah, I actually did. Like when they first started showing that trailer, I didn't expect it to be Dead Island. I knew it was obviously a zombie thing, but I kind of didn't expect there to be a sequel to Dead Island yet.
See, I thought Riptide was a sequel.
Riptide was a
It
stopgap.
was more of an
where
expansion.
They just really wanted to. I think they just wanted to make more money with the art assets they created. That was really all
Yeah.
it was.
And have you noticed that for the past few minutes that we're not talking about Borderlands, we're talking about Dead Island?
Oh, we are too.
Yeah.
Borderlands is awesome, you should play it.
Woo, Borderlands!
Borderlands!
How many minutes are we up to as well?
There were like 9 minutes.
Huh?
But 9 minutes, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, anyway.
Change it down.
Sorry to get everyone off track.
It was initially related to Borderlands, but yeah, go quickly. But yeah, want to avoid the pre-sequel game like the Plague because I think it's going to be crap.
I'm not really sure about if it's going to be crap or not, if the Borderlands pre-sequel, but as I said, I've just never been a fan of like any prequels or
I'm
pre-sequels
excited for it.
or anything like that.
Yeah, it will be
but
crap.
Yeah, for the pure fact because you know what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah,
it's like someone tells you the end of like the second book of Harry Potter, and it's like, well, here read or the start of the first book of, sorry, the end of Harry Potter, and then they're like, now read it. I'm like, well, why?
Yeah, no,
Because it's
you're
Harry
right.
Potter.
Yeah, but you,
Page launcher.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't really like the fact that it's. I mean, I know that like I play most of those games on PC anyway, but the fact that it's like a last gen only game and that, so you know that the PC version is going to be. I doubt it will even look as good as the second Borderlands on PC, to be honest. Because it'll just be a direct port, and they won't bother putting like proper DirectX 11 support in that in for it if it's just going to be that. So it'll just be bad, and I don't want to spend money on that. But like obviously they're working on making a proper one for the next gen systems, and that will be good. But they should, yeah, I
They
just don't
should
know.
just focus on making a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Is it even the same developer that's doing it? Or have they outsourced it? 'Cause I've had a feeling that they had palmed it off to someone else to do the pre-sequel one. I can't
I'm not sure. I think they did get a different developer to do it.
Yeah, so it could be alright. I guess, you know, people that have the last gen consoles, they still want something to play because everything's
Someone's dying.
kind of the new ones now. Like, if you look at E3, everything was PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
How do you do
Yeah.
health?
The last gen stuff didn't even get mentioned at all, so I suppose it's good that they're doing it in that way, but you know, if people have bought PS4s and Xbox Ones, they don't want to think, oh well, I could get out my old console and play this game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't have any new consoles. I'm in the process of actually buying a new PC.
Yeah, well, same thing really, I guess.
I'm buying, just bits and pieces at the moment.
Yeah.
I've got to get a new case. I've got a new case. I've got a new motherboard. I've just got to get the RAM, CPU. Oh, and I've now got a solid state, which is awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. It's like 256 gig.
Wrapping it up time?
Yeah, we're pretty close to wrapping it up. I'd say we should probably go. We're at 12 minutes, 20, so yeah.
Okay. Well, that was Borderlands with this massive helping of
Dead Island.
Dead Island.
Yep.
Which is also interesting.
Yes.
So yeah, awesome.
They better have like red blowing up tanks in the new Dead Island.
We're getting back to Dead Island again. Awesome. Yeah, I hope so.
Because I just want to kill people again.
In the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, in the game. But I want to kill non-zombies.
It is good to see, and this is related to Borderlands too. It's good to see co-op making such a big splash